However long it takes until everyone stops talking about how many times his name is in the Trump Epstein files. I have to say, Trump's dementia really makes me miss Joe Biden's dementia. It was a much friendlier dementia. Here's the real State of the Union, okay?
One speech, 2 hours, and what many are calling the sharpest late-night segment in recent memory. Donald Trump set a record with the longest State of the Union speech in history, and Jimmy Kimmel responded by breaking it down on live television, piece by piece. What he revealed caught the nation's attention. The starting point is simple. The speech struggled, and few would argue otherwise.
We are 2,600 miles away from Washington, D.C., where we are still all digesting the Burger King speech tonight. And what a speech it wasn't, huh? I can't believe America missed an all-new Will Trent for this one. It was angry, right? It was an angry speech. The theme of tonight's speech was all foreigners are murderers.
The Burger King speech, that's what people called it. And honestly, it wasn't far off. Empty calories dressed up as policy, rushed out and handed over the counter. But the punchline wasn't found in the reviews or the opinion pieces. It was hiding in the speech itself, playing out in real time for everyone to see.
Trump told us in advance that the speech was going to be long, and for once he was telling the truth. We were waiting for the speech to finish before we started shooting the show. He went on so long we had to start before he said, he's probably still going, right? Which is a problem because Mike Johnson's bedtime is 9 o'clock sharp. The speech went on so long, Christine Ohm's dog shot itself.
Christine's dog shot itself, and somehow that sentence is real. It's the kind of dark, almost unbelievable humour that only works when the story behind it is genuinely this strange. Kimmel took it in stride and pressed on without missing a beat.
Something was off with his hair tonight, too. Did you notice his hair? It looked like a cloud on top of a sweet potato or something. His flop sweat and his makeup combined to form a frothy, homemade orange Julius on his face.
A frothy, homemade orange Julius. Once you picture it, you can't unsee it. With that image still lingering, Kimmel stepped up and delivered exactly the kind of opening announcement Trump had earned.
Mr. Speaker, I present the inaugural recipient of the 2026 FIFA Peace Prize, the rightful winner of the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize, the undisputed champion of beautiful clean coal, the chairman of the Trump Kennedy Center, chairman of the Trump Board of Peace, semi-finalist for the Carl's Jr. Presidential Fitness Award, Captain Kangaroo. He doesn't wear diapers, and he had no idea his best friend was a pedophile. President Donald J. Trump.
That final line landed differently than the rest. He had no idea his best friend was a paedophile. It cut through the laughter because it touched on something people have genuinely been asking. And right there, Kimmel shifted gears. Less comedian, more interrogator.
Trump's popularity is at its lowest point of his second term. Chlamydia is now more popular than Donald Trump.
Chlamydia is now more popular than Donald Trump. That's not just a joke. That's a statistical observation wrapped in comedy. Then Kimmel delivered what might be the most honest State of the Union ever broadcast.
I have to say, Trump's dementia really makes me miss Joe Biden's dementia. It was a much friendlier dementia. Here's the real State of the Union, okay? We have a nutjob wannabe king who's doing everything he can to censor opinions he doesn't want to hear. He has his goons arresting, incarcerating, and killing American citizens. He's got funding for cancer research in children's hospitals, while he rakes in literally billions of dollars for himself and his family.
No laughs, no setups, just the truth. He's gunning for your right to vote.
He's coming after our right to vote. He's protecting pedophiles and won't explain it. He's lining the pockets of billionaires, all while neglecting the sick, the poor, the hungry, in the name of Jesus, by the way, who you could read all about in a Donald Trump edition of the God Bless the USA Bible that is made in China and available for $99.99. That is the State of the Union.
The audience didn't laugh. They clapped because sometimes the truth is more powerful than comedy. Then, Kimmel caught Ted Cruz defending Kash Patel in the most bizarre way possible.
Many Americans are not comfortable with the idea of the director of the FBI using a government jet to fly across the world for a locker room bro-out, but Senator Ted Cruz is not among those people. Sweaty Teddy, who's had his own travel-related controversy, says all that matters is what a great job Kash is doing.
Then the footage dropped.
I mentioned just a minute ago, murder rates across the country have dropped 20%. Violent crime is down. Terrorists are being arrested. Gang members are being arrested. Rapists are being arrested. Child molesters are being molested. That's a real record of success.
Kimmel picked up on it right away.
That's how they're punishing them? Molesters are being molested. Felons are being filleted. It's all going according to plan.
So what did 2 hours of the most bizarre State of the Union in American history actually teach us? That Trump burned the time rambling and deflecting while real questions went unanswered? That he's shielding paedophiles and has nothing to say about it? And that Jimmy Kimmel stepped up and did what the entire news media refused to do, told the truth, live, on national television. Trump delivered the weakest speech in modern political memory, and somehow, late-night comedy became the last honest room in America. Hit subscribe if you think comedians have become the only real fact-checkers this country has left.